Sorry, I'm getting my stuff situated. This is Jacob from Wager Me This. Obviously, you know that if you're watching. Why isn't it pointing at that corner no more? All right. What happened there? Anyway, sorry I'm making everyone dizzy. I'm just going to do some more practice today. I put out a video today with anything but 10 and one hit can't miss together. The reason that it only works if you have a lot of money is because you can't hardly find the table. Sorry, guys. You can't hardly find the table conditions that it takes to do it for less money. Sorry, y'all. By that, what I mean by that is I am all over the place today. What I mean by table conditions is you can never find a $5 table that goes up to, 5,000. It's hard to find that stuff. If you could, then you could play that at different level. You could play it at the $32 level, which would actually be ideal. Sorry, I'm having all kinds of problems with my little setup here. I think my son may have moved my setup. It's not right. Sorry, guys. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So if you could play it at a $32 level, you could probably do it with $1,000 because you'd be able to lay the 300 and then, go one hit and down. You could go 32 across and you could probably play it that way. But the problem is you don't really have $5 tables that go. Normally $5 tables, like they go up to max 250 or max, like in Colorado's case, max 100. But if you did it with 600, it means you could double everything out here. And this kind of works. But the 600, you'd have to have still a pretty big bankroll to do 600. When you're looking at having to have, $2,000 bankroll, it only give you 3 shots at losing 600. So, it would take quite a bit of money to do this paired with the one hit can't miss. But the thing is if you do hit this, you could go 66 across or 66 inside. I'm talking about like being able to play it at a $15 table because that's what most tables you're going to run into are. There are some $10 tables out there that you'll see $10 go up to 2,000, stuff like that. And you could do it there. But in this case, so this is how I'm going to run it today in this practice. I'm going to run $600 and then I'm going to go to 66 inside. I'm going to shoot. So I'm going to do this and I'm trying to hit inside numbers before a 10. So I'm actually going to shoot the 3V. I know this doesn't help me not hit the 10 as much, but hopefully it'll help me hit an inside number because I'm only looking for one hit. All right, here we go. Everything's working. And we have a come out 7. Okay. It's going to win 15 there. 600 is going to win 300. 300. And then that VIG is going to be, it's going to be $5 per 100. So you're looking at the $15. All right, 3V. Again, I'm just trying one hit, and then I'm going to go to 66. Aces. That is not what we're after. $3V. And this doesn't, like, I don't think this helps me with the 10, really. I'm just hoping it helps me hit a box number. Oh, there's the 10 right there. Yeah, I don't think the 3V helps me avoid the 10. So that was not ideal. Put that 600 back out there. So maybe you still want to try to avoid the 10 with this, but I was hoping that I could get a different number before the 10, like the 6 there. So now I'm going to have to fight that 600 back. All right, so it's going to win $70. And you could do it in increments, like you could drop down 300 right here for one hit. It's probably not a terrible idea. So drop it down. $300. Look for one hit, and then take it to the 66. Yo. But either way, this is a big bankroll strategy. If you want to do the one hit you miss version, it just takes a big bankroll. Roll the 7. We're gonna owe $7. I'm gonna drop $3, or drop 10, get 3 back. All right, put our 600 back out there. All right, now I'm going to play it like I'm not the shooter. See if I get any. Maybe the best way to do it, just randomly chuck them down there. All right, everything's working. 7, okay. Okay. So it's 300, and we're going to owe 15. Yeah, I was just trying to use it to hit the box number before it. It just didn't work. All right, 628 is 70. We can take it all down. Then we'll get our $70 payment. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting change. All right, now we'll go 66. So this is paid for. This is all paid for. Random roll. There's a 4. We don't have a 4. Hard 8 for 21. Half press there. I'm going to put this on the pass line, and I'm going to be off on this come out. Try to win on a 7 here. Oh, we got a 3. That sucked. That sucked. It's still free roll. I was just trying to catch an extra hit there. And there's our 7. Still off, so not a big deal. And there's the point. Okay. And the 7. Wow. There's a run of ugliness. I mean, it was all free money, but still, that's pretty ugly. 600, make sure it's 600. 600. All right, everything's working. See if we can get one hit and down. And there's the 6. $70. We get it all in red. Get some white chips. All right, take all this down. Goes 66. So we won 70. We're putting 66 back out. So if we don't win, we're only going to win $4. So, I mean, there is some trade-off there. But it does keep you alive for the long roll. It gets you going, which is nice. Oops. So we'll just see if we can at least get that 600 back. I just kind of wanted to show like a smaller version of what I put on video today. $28. It's still, you just got to have a good sized bankroll to play this strategy. But if you do, hello everybody, Bird Dog. If you do have a good sized bankroll, I mean, it's a solid play. And there's a 6, that's the point. Okay, $28 winner. I'm actually going to put this right here because it's a come out, and I'm going to be off up here. And we got a 12, that's twice now. The come out has been blasted like that. All right, we're going to stay off. There's the 6. Okay, we're back on. We're working. Whoa! Both dice missed the table. That was interesting. Both dice didn't get on the table. I'm doing kind of like the video I showed today with the one hit can't miss and the anything but 10 together. But just a smaller version. $28 winner. On my controlled throw, trying to hit a box number before a 10, I was using the 3V and I smacked a 10. So that's on me. I wasn't trying to avoid the 10. I was trying to hit a box number specifically and it didn't work. Hard 4. And a 3. All right, I'm going to go off on my bets here. Turn them off. There's a 4. Turn them off for 3 rolls. There's an 8. Okay, one more roll. Something I've been practicing. There's a 5. Okay, I'm going to turn them back on. Going off between, you know, right kind of when you see the dice start changing. So far, it's been half and half. So I have $30 there. I'm going to win 35. Okay. New come out roll. I'm going to play the pass line again. My bets are going to be off up there for the come out. Oh, we got an 8. Okay. Take this, put this in odds. See if we can get a hit in here. 6, all right. 35. I'm gonna buy the 4 for 20 there. Get the 4 going. 12, 12, 12. Aces. So 12, then aces. 6, $35 winner. I'm going to buy the 10 for 20. All right, so now I got money all the way across. Looking healthy. Oh, it jumped onto that ace on us. Dang it. Remember, that was all free roll though, guys, so that's all okay. All right, let's put the setup back. $600 lay bet. This ends up being 270, guys. 270. All right, let's say it came back to my roll. $15 pass. All right, so this time I'm going to try to avoid the 10 as opposed to shoot a box number. So I'm going to use a 2332. Everything's working. We're looking for one hit. There's the 4. We got our hit right away. So that's much better. I'm going to drop $2. We're going to get 100. Okay. Then we're going to go 66. We got that little bonus 4 over there, so that's kind of cool. If you guys are chatting, I just have my phone. I don't have my computer up, so I can't see it. All right, I'll catch every now and then. Here we go. Hard 4. All right, so we got 15 out of that. Gonna leave that up there. I'm just gonna rack that 15. We'll be off on these place bets. Off. Maybe we'll get a come out winner. We did. We got a come out winner. Awesome. $15. Let's get our 10. Still off on the place bets, but that's a free 10. And back-to-back 7s. All right. Would jump to the repeater here normally, but since I got all that money out there for free, I'm just going to stick this out. But I am going to turn my bets on. I'm going to turn everything on. And there's an 11. Okay, so that's the repeater. That's the one chance. Now it don't count no more. So I'm going to turn my bets back off. I'm going to bump up with that extra money there that I've just won. I'm just going to bump up. My place bets are back off. We got a 4. All right. It's going to go up there. Put that 15 in odds back there. All right, let's see if we can get some hits. And we got a 6 for $21. So we started out a little bigger here just because those come out rolls, that was kind of cool. You know, those were free wins, guys. So I just invested them into the game. See if we can get a couple hits here. 9, 639. So this one's going to be a little bigger than its normal first hit because we got that $20 on it. This will be 28. Let's just add both of these to that. All right. See if we can get a hit or two more. Remember, this is my shot, guys. Hard 4. But I'm random rolling it. All I wanted to do was get through the come out. Once I got through that come out, I'm good. All right. And I'm going to put this quarter on the 4. All right. All my place bets are going to be off. We got the 6. All right. And we got the 5. 325. Remember, we're playing for free. $28 winner. I'm going to drop $2 and get 30. I'm going to put it right here on this. Hello, everybody. All right, let's see if we can get a hit or two more. There's the 10. All right. $25 10. All right, we're going to drop $1 and get 50. Trade this one in. All right, so that's what we're looking at up there. It's pretty good. All free. Oh, and there's the 7. You know, all that was free. It was all profit money. That wasn't out of the bankroll. So we'd worked it all the way up that high. Not bad. All right, that was our shot. I know I was random rolling it, but that's because once I got through the first roll, it didn't really matter what hit. Obviously, I didn't want a 7, but since I don't think I can control the 7 anyway, might as well just chunk them down there. All right, so 200 of it. Next random roller. All we're looking to do is to dodge the 10 here. Seven, 7, 7. Okay, so we have 25. So that's 300. That's what we would get paid. And we're going to owe 15 in big. Okay. Rack up the rest. Coming out. 4, 4, 4, 4. All right. $2. We're going to win 100. Rack it up. Take that down. Maybe we'll go 88 this time. Remember, we won 100. Well, we won 98. Bump it up 5. Start. 8. 6, 2, 8. Okay, so that's going to be a $28 winner. Bump both of those up. Oh, man. Not a big deal. We just didn't win as much as normal. All right, next shot. So what do we got? 1,000, 1,200, 13, 14, 15. So we're just under. We need about $300 more to get back to where that killed us early. So maybe we'll play a little less aggressive on our free roll to try to get to 300 quicker. All right, everything's working. Oh, let's see. When it's random, it's hard. When it's random, you're fighting that. That's a hard fight. Now we got to restart it. When it's all random, that 10 is going to show. Oh, the point is 10. Sorry. So there's a 9. $70 winner. So I'm going to do something here. I'm going to take a little risk. And I'm going to go for 4 hits before I pull down. See if I can get there. There's an 11. A 12. So we have 10, 11, 12. 9, 10, 11, 12. This will be a good ATS roll. Oh, there's the 10. When it's random, it's just really hard to defeat it. Super hard to defeat it. But anyway, so that's kind of, we got crushed. Just too many random 10s there and one non-random 10. The very first one was really non-random. It's just very difficult to defeat the 10 with it being all random. But that was an example of the one hit can't miss at a lower level. But really, if you're going to try to play that, you really got to have some bankroll. You really got to have a couple, probably $5,000 to put on the table. That way you can survive that. So I'm going to go and I'm going to practice how I normally practice here. 6, 7, 8. $1,800 is what the total bankroll is. I did want to show some of that I put out on the video. You can lower the limits, but the problem is the ideal way would be able to drop to 32 across, but you have to be at a table that is a $5 table and then doesn't have a really small upper limit, which is really not how they work. Usually if it's a $5 table, have like a $100 upper limit or a $200 upper limit. You can never make your lay bet. All right, so here we go. Today, I'm going to do my normal practice. I'm going to start with $100 don't bets. One, two, 1, 3. Try to get a point established. And I'm just going to play bigger on the 6 and 8. Come out 7. Okay. It's the 6-1. So if you're shooting the 1, 2, 1, 3, you're going to get 6 1s. So I'll show you. If you shoot it correctly, if you believe in dice control, because on the back of both of those is a 6. So there's 2 7s that are 6 1s on these dice. Two of the 7s are 6 1s. So you're going to get them if you shoot the 1, 2, 1, 3 on the come out. But it should help you get 2s, 3s, and 4s as well. If you believe in dice control. You don't got to believe in dice control. But if you do, and it lands right, you should have a better chance at it. All right? There, I'm going to go 150 in odds. So all together, that right there is going to win $100 and 100, so that's 200. We got $70 up there. I'm going to put a quarter in the field. All right, I'm going to try not to shoot a 5. I need to shoot the 3V, right? We don't get as many 5s. We'll see if that happens here. Here we go. Aces, okay. $50. Racket. Here we go. 9. $25. Racket. Remember, we lost 100 at the gate, so I'm getting that first. I want to get that back. 8. Okay. So it's going to win 70 minus this 25. All right, so we got our 100 back. We can start moving up. Right, I agree. I like this 6, 7, 8 better too myself. But guys, the anything but 10 is the 6, 7, 8. It's just instead of using the don't, you use the 10. It's still the same concept. You're just trading one negative for another. You're taking the come out and making it a problem instead of the come out not being a problem. There's a 9. It's kind of preference. Kind of preference. Both of them work. Both of them can lose. The 6, 7, 8 is essentially, it's the dad of it. So There's the 7. So you can always come back to just the 6, 7, 8 with no issues. And then we're going to win 100 there. Rack it up. All right, random shooter. Random shooter time. That was my first shot. I'm going to go down to 75. I'll stay at the 100. I'll just stay up at the 100. Random. Here we go. Get through. All right. 516. Same thing. $150 is going to pay $125 this time, so it's a little more lucrative. All right, see if we can get away from that 6 on a random roll. 415. Win 70. We're not looking to recoup anything, so we can go straight into pressing. Try to build up that iron cross a little bit. The one cool thing about the iron cross is if you're going to press it, oh, there's the 6. If you're going to press it, you only have to press that. You don't have to press everything. All right. Go up to 200. See if we can get through here. If this 600 goes pretty quick, we'll be more conservative the next time. All right, there's a 516. We don't have to go up. We have 200 there. So I'm going to drop that. Here we go. $9 is a quarter. Remember, we're playing catch up a little now. We just lost a pretty good sized chunk on that point. And there's an 8. And I have to figure out what this is. So it's 70, 84, 75, 84. Okay. Take this to 90. Take that to 75. Here we go. 3, 25. We're just going to stick it right on there. $4, $50. We're going to rack it. And you can pull down anytime, guys. You don't have to stay up all the time. Pull down. $50 9. Reduce it, whatever you want to do. I'm just letting it ride because this is the first 600. Try to be pretty aggressive. There's the 4. And there's the 7. Okay. 200. Yeah, it looks like we got all of our money back and we're back in the profit. You could do it that way. I showed videos like that. All right, coming out. I'm going to do one more random, then I'm going to go back to my shot. Oh, that one jumped out the table. Here we go. 6, 4 and a 2. So all of our points have been 6, I think, huh? Did we have anything else? Okay, 150 in odds. This is a cheap way to play all the numbers. That's why I like it. because you get it for extra cheap when the point is the 5, 6, or 8. You don't have to place that, so you're getting it cheaper. So it's pretty neat, pretty easy way to play. You just don't want to roll a 6. 415, $70. Let's go up 30 here. We'll press a little quicker this time. Yo! And it's cheap to press. You're only pressing 3 spots in this case. 12, all right. Double in the bubble. So we've pressed all 3 of them one time now. One green chip unit. So it's 25, 30, and 25. So now all of our hits will be worth more. And we did it all with profit money. Aces. So this one's going to be worth 100. All right. And then usually I'll collect a few times after I go up one level. After I go up one level, then I'll collect a few times. I'll go up another level. 11. Remember, anything you do after the initial, it's all house money. Now, if you roll that 6, it's not house money. But if you don't roll the 6, and it's just protecting you, then it's all house money. $50. Right? So, I don't know how much we've won. But let's say we want to take our 6 down to 90. It still helped us protect, so we got 175 in protection. Not really protection at this point. It's more of just a 7 winner at this point. That was a really long rollout, 516. It went all the way out there, but it didn't go off the table. So it counts. All right, so I don't know what really happened there money-wise, but it doesn't look like we lost anything. We just lost our profit, is what it looks like to me. All right, so there's 600, 700. So we're still up. So it's still profit. We're still in the profit. $9.99. Okay, so I'm glad finally got a different point. Okay, so now when you play the Iron Cross from here, from the don't, and it's on the 9, it's a little trickier, okay? It kind of takes one of the field numbers away. I know you still win on it, but you'll lose on it here. So it really, I only really like to play the Iron Cross from the don't if I get the 5, 6, or the 8 as a point, because it cheapens the Iron Cross. And that's what I like. Other than that, I actually like playing a cross. So, and right here you could just fit that 96 in there, but I'm going to play like a 135 style. I'm going to go 75 because that'll make 150 against 135. Hopefully we don't roll the 9. There's an 8. Okay. 35. So again, it's preference. It's a whole bunch of it is preference. Drop $1 for 50. You know, if you prefer to press right away and then collect, or do you prefer to collect a couple times and press? I mean, there's a lot of preference in the game of craps. There's a 12. A lot of preference. Do you like having all the whore numbers when you play the field or not? I mean, so there is value to playing certain bets that I don't play all the time, but some people do. All right. So this can be 49. I'm going to drop $1 for 50. And so some of it is just preference. It's not that one is necessarily all that much better than another. And there's a 10 right after y'all are talking about that. There's a 10. $1 for 50. and a 6. So right now we're just racking chips up. Nothing special. Not doing anything special. We're just half pressing. Just collecting stuff. And so, okay, for example, right here, I'm looking at my rack, right? I basically have all my money back. Right? If I put this back, I do have all my money back. I'm in the profit. All right? So maybe I'm going to turn off here. Maybe I'm going to turn off my box numbers and just try to win here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go off on my box numbers. I've made enough. I'm going to save those numbers for the next shooter. And there's a 10. So we would have won there. And this is the negative part of it. If you just go on a roll and it just keeps hitting like this, that's 2 hits. So there's already, $200 almost. But this is something you can do too. If you won enough, you press it up. So it went 3 numbers. So we actually did probably better than we would have lost. And we ended up winning. All right, so now you rack that. Now you got all these out here to start the next round. All right. So it's my shot on the next round. You don't have them are all paid for. That's all paid for money out there. You don't got to worry nothing about that. 1, 2, 1, 3. Here we go. Hard 10. Perfect. Move that right there. So we don't even have to bump that up because these were already paid for on the last shooter. Now you can bump it up to cover it if you feel like it, but I'm not gonna worry about it. If I roll a 7, I'll just have won $100. So I'm just gonna shoot it out 3V, bump up some more, get 3 or 4 more hits, press it up, and maybe turn off again. And then just play against that 10. Hard 8 for 70. So this is another way you can play. You can play in this fashion where you just press a few times, turn them off. Eventually you're going to build these bets up to where they're really nice. And you shouldn't be all profit. And there's the 9, $70 9. So it's 2 hits. So whatever it is, whatever number of hits you're going to go after, turn it off, especially if you have the 4 or the 10, because then you can, reasonably play against that number just to roll that extra $100 in there. And there's the 8. That's $105 8. So that's 3 hits. Let's press everything else up to the 3 unit level there. We're going to turn them box numbers off. I'm just going to try to roll a 7. I'm going to go to the 6, 1. 6, 2, 1, 5. You want to go 400 odds? All right, let's do it. But so this is a way you can play this. This is a pretty good way to play. You bumped up them numbers some more. They're safe. They can't lose. You got them turned off. You're a 2-1 favorite to win the 10. So let's see if we can get it done. Googs. We died. That's the all 7 set, all 10 to me. I love the smacking head hand because it's perfect. That's hilarious. All right, so guys, that was a really good example of what you shouldn't do. Is lose on that 10 like that. Again, you're going to hit them points every now and then. That's going to happen, guys. All right, so 1, 2, 1, 3. All right, so we lost a little bit of money there on them odds. Well, a good chunk of our profit, I would say. It's not a huge deal. Hard 4. So we're in the same position again. But we're going to turn our bets back on. Even though we haven't rolled a 7, So I don't know how wise it is to turn them on here. Maybe you just want to go fight that again. But we're going to go 3V. And I'm going to try to get 3 hits again. A little riskier here because we haven't rolled a 7. There's the 4. 3V is going to roll 4s. I don't really know how to dodge the 4. So, again, oops, that was the point. Go back 100. Still shooting the same shooter. My shot. Here we go. 9. All right. Because I do think we're going to roll a 7 pretty soon, I'm going to go on and 4x this. I'm going to go 600, which will be 4x. I actually do think we're going to roll that 7, so I'm going to protect that money out there. And I'm just going to rhythm roll it. So however it comes up, I'm going to shoot it, see if I can miss that 9. There's an 8. Sorry, guys. My phone rang. 105 winner. Trying to dodge that 9. $8 again. $105 winner. Three 8s in a row. $105 winner. All right, we're going to pull them odds back off. Where's my off chip? Turn our bets off, our box numbers off. We'll press up. So now I'm hoping to hit that. Hit that 7. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. All right. Back to the random shooters. Got a good chunk of that back. Good chunk of that craziness back. All right, I didn't press up none there because obviously we were trying to win back that money. Here we go. Random shooter. But I you know, putting that money behind fighting that 10, that made sense, guys. There was nothing wrong about that. There's a $100 winner. I completely was behind all of that. I think that's a great plan. All right, I'm going to add this up here. That was a winner. So that is just going to chunk it up there on that 9. Still not working up there. There's the 6. Okay, so we're fighting the 6 now. So you'd want to make some choices here. Do you want to fight the 6 as one main choice? Do you want to drop down to a huge iron cross, which is one of the things we could do? Do you want to just pull down and count your profit? There's a lot of things you could do here. All right, we got 100. I'm going to move it into a big iron cross. $180. And $150. Okay, remember that was these bets are all paid for, guys. So, being that they're all paid for, I'm not worried about covering them on the 6. If we roll a 7, we roll a 7, because this was already all paid for 3 shooters ago. So we're just going to try to make some bigger money off of it. And there's a 4. $75 4. Racket. $10. Okay. $75 10. Rack it up. And a 3. All right, so We just won $225 there in 3 rolls. You know, maybe it's time now to say, we got 3 of them in. Let's reduce down. Play against that 100 more reasonably. Here we go. Now, even if we roll the 6, that's fine. We won 225 in this hand, and there's the 7. Rack it all up. All right, so we're up quite a bit, guys. Quite a bit. We're up. All this up there is initial bankroll, 1,800. So I don't know. We're up $900 probably. Pretty good free rolls for 900. All right, so we got 100 here. 5. So we're up 800. Sorry. All right, so we're gonna go on, and I'm gonna bump up to 150 on the don't. Gives you a little more wiggle room. See if we get through. Roll. Got the 9. All right, 9 was good to us. We got 150 there, so we can double the 6 and 8. I like this play. All right, so what do you got? 100, 175. It's almost 200, right? So all we have to do is add 75 in odds, and we'll have it covered on the 7 with the 150 that's already there. You got 190 or 195, I mean, against a $225 winner. It's a pretty good little run. Remember, it's all profit money, so you can't lose. Even if you roll the 9 and then backdoor it with a 7, you can't lose. Here we go. Oh, right at the gate. Back-to-back 9s. Okay, we could go repeater there on that 9 for sure if you wanted to. At this case, being up this much, I probably wouldn't worry about it. I probably would just go on and throw 200 down on the don't. Remember, you're playing with profit, so you want to be aggressive. And there's the 5. So we're just going to switch this around. All right? You're only making $5 there. So I would definitely still put some odds on that. See if we can actually make a winner. We haven't rolled no winners. There's the 8. There's a $70 winner. Oops. So we got to get a couple winners here because we have lost some of our profits. So let's roll. Let's give me a few winners. 6. $70. So we won 140 of what we lost back now. Remember, we had 2 losers. Was it 2 losers or just, no? It was 1 loser, right? And there's the 8. That's 210 back. So that's pretty much all we lost. So we'll start pressing now. There's a 12. We don't got none of that. Oh, dang 5. All right, so now we go win 275 back, or you don't. I mean, we could just go and say, you know what, we're just going to play all light side from here. This shooter's hitting. We're going to be off on our place bets. Let him shoot it out. He's hitting. And there's a 10. See if he maybe gets us 3 hits, and then we'll press and turn them off. If we lose, it's okay, man. We're in profit. There's a 5, 35. You could hop the 7s every roll here because you're going to win more than the money, so that's not a big deal. It's a really long rollout, 6, 4, 10. $15 winner. All right, we'll be off on the come out. Aces. Ow. Come on, man. Five. This guy's hit a lot of numbers. We'll look for one more hit and then we'll turn our bets off. 10. All right. Drop $1 for 50. Obviously, we can't turn that off. And I don't know, we'll just roll it out. I think a 7's coming pretty soon. There's our 5. We hit our point. We don't need all those numbers. All right, coming out. If he rolls a 7 here, I'll be willing to turn my bets back on. There's the 9. I'm still going to leave them off. There's a 6. There's a 5. Okay. Maybe you should turn them back on. This is getting crazy in here. There's the 8. All right. Turn them back on, but I'm going to reduce them. Turn them back on. Probably going to get smoked. 3. I need to move that over there. Yeah, I got smoked. All right. So because those 2 big don't hits, we did lose a little of our profit. There's our initial 1,800. So let's see what we're up. 3, 4, 450, 470, 476. That's not bad. Could have left up 800, but yeah, we went for it some more times. I don't really think there was any bad moves in this video. It was all pretty good. The first part of the video, guys, obviously was showing the new video I just put out about pairing the anything but 10 with the one hit can't miss. But you got to have a lot of money. You got to have a lot of money to do it, just in case you do happen to roll that 10. All right, so we're going to do 36 rolls again. All right. Let's count out 36 chips. Those are 6 apiece. This is my dice control part of my video. All right, so 36 rolls. Let's see. Remember, all we're doing is looking at what consistently happens, not that we're trying to dodge the 7. We're just seeing what happens. Roll number 1. There's a 3. Okay. Still using the 3V because that's the only one we're going to use. We're going to repeat the process. And that way, if anyone wants to see, they can go track all these rolls on these live videos. There's a 6. And so far what we noticed before, in the first, I think there's been 3 of them, is that I've only rolled 4 5s. So far, that's the big outlier, is the 5 only has 4 hits out of all those rolls. And there's a 7, which in my opinion is weird. You should be hitting more 5s than that out of 100 rolls. Oh, there's a 5. And I don't know if that's just indicative of my throw or what. But we even had one video where there was no 5s. And there's a 12. My throw's a little wobbly, obviously, because I'm all over the place here. Here we go. But again, this is just, I'm going to try to do this at the end of every live video. I know I missed one or two, but that way there's data. And why I like doing it day by day or video by video is because that's more like your trips to the casino. You know, if I sat here and just threw 1,000 shots straight, that's not how going to the casino is. So 36 rolls, that's probably a pretty average session at a casino, I would say. You actually personally throw 36 rolls between all your shots, I would say is probably pretty regular. Here we go. Oh, there's another 5. That one died too. That one just dead right there. If you could throw the dice like that every time, boy. And there's a 3. Yeah, if you could throw the dice where they just died like that every time. Yeah, you know, I thought that. Okay, so sometimes there is 2 different 3V, or whether there's 4 different 3Vs, right? Because you can do it like that. I don't know. That, yeah, it probably does. But I'm not a good enough dice control expert to really know that. But yeah, I mean, I would think it would. Because that's the idea kind of behind getting the inside numbers, is that you're supposed to use the 6 and 8 version of it. And yeah, I probably haven't been keeping track of that. So this may not be a perfect example. We're not dodging the 5 today. It's still 1 under. If it ends there, it's still 1 under normal. But I think you're supposed to use all the 6s and 8s. Is the idea behind hitting the inside numbers. Oh, so we hit our normal on the 5. So this, the 5 thing is kind of going out the window. But I will say this, it is staying to the inside because it's got a couple 7s, 5s, 6s, and 8s. I mean, it is staying to the inside, so there is that. And there's another 5. Now, that one wasn't the 6 and 8 version. That was the other, the 11 and 3 version. And what I mean by that, guys, is this. If you, 1 3V, it has 6s and 8s on it. If you flip it around, it has 3s and 11s on it with the 8s. That's what we're talking about. And there's an 8. Well, if the rest of the rolls track out like this, and I have big towers on those 3 and the 7, I would say that's less random because you're trying specifically to stay in that spot. But the 5, compared to the other videos, now that it's popping up, is starting to look random. I agree. I agree that the 5 is definitely looking more random on this one. But we're definitely all over the inside, that's for sure. And guys, I consider the 7 an inside number. So I don't think you can dodge the 7 because no matter how you roll a single dice, if the other dice isn't exactly controlled with it, you have the same % chance of rolling a 7. So, in my opinion, if you're not controlling both dice exactly, you can't control the 7. And you can check that on your dice yourself. But even if you have one dice controlled, the other dice, if it's off axis, if it's bouncing all over the place, you still have a 16.5% chance that it's going to land on the number that gives you a 7. So unless you perfectly control both dice, you can't dodge the 7. There's a 6. Not at any higher rate. Now you can make your rate worse if you can throw them really well and you put hardway set on there. You're making your chances worse of rolling a 7. And there's a 7. And you can look at that yourselves on the dice, guys. And I'll go through it again really quick what I'm talking about. Okay, so on the hardway set here. Okay, so on a hardway set, you obviously have 2 4-3s because you have a 3-4 and a 4-3. If that one stays there and it flips all the way over, it's there. Okay, but so we know that. Let's say that dice stays on a 3 and this dice gets randomized. So even if that one is on axis perfect and this one randomizes, well, 1 out of 6, guys, is 16.5%. So it has 1 out of 6 chance that it's going to roll 7. And so that's the case with every throw. That's why it's not believable to me that you can conceivably dodge the 7 consistently from dice control, because you're not actually skewing the percentage unless you keep both dice perfectly on axis. Is there people that can do that? Oh yeah, I'm sure there probably is. Can they do it every single throw? No, probably not. But I'm sure there's some people that can do it. One of them is not Jacob. Here we go. And there's a 6. The inside numbers so far are looking pretty heavy. I mean, by the looks of this board. So, again, guys, I do think there is validity to dice control. I just don't think it's what the narrative is on it. And these 5s are coming today. So this lends itself to complete randomness on that 5. Yeah, we had 3 days where we didn't get them. And then today we're just getting them like crazy is exactly what randomness is. So what Mr. Ed was saying is exactly right. That's exactly randomness. The one thing that isn't random is that we have heavily weighed on the inside numbers. Now, you should naturally heavily weigh on them, but we've been way over on them. If I calculated them all up, anything but 4 on this one, right? I'm surprised we haven't rolled a 4. Because this 3V, if 1 3 stays, the other one has a 16% chance to roll a 4. So that's a second thing that I was going to go into eventually is that, yeah, if you hit something, yeah, it's for sure really random. It's random anyway when it hits the wall, guys. It's random anyway there. All you can control is up until then. So can you skew the combinations? Can you skew the groupings is what you're trying to skew. It's about skewing the grouping of the numbers. It's not about it's not about defeating the 7. There's a 4 2 6. So whatever we're doing today is helping not hit the 4. The 4 is not overly hard to dodge. The 6. We're getting a lot of 6s and 5s. The inside are heavy. I mean, super heavy. But the 7 counts as inside. Remember that. And there's a 7. It's not weird to get, a couple horn numbers. I am getting calls like crazy. Here we go. Last shot. And it's a 9, another inside. Okay. So 10, dead on. 4 missed. 3 is dead on. 11 is 1 over. 12 is dead on. So, I mean, the horn was basically dead on what it should be. The 10 was dead on what it should be. The 9 was 1 short. The 8 was 1 short. The 5 was 3 over. The 6 was 1 over. And the 7 was 1 over. So, I mean, it's pretty heavy inside. You guys got to remember, it's only 36 rolls. So if it's, so let's see how many it is over. Okay, so we need 1 there and 1 there. So it's 3 rolls over. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You got to think that's 10%. 10% difference. So, or probably 8% difference. So if you could make it, to where you threw 8% more inside numbers on average, I mean, you could bet on that. That's a legit. You could bet on that. And that's my opinion what dice control is. If you can figure out what numbers you're better at hitting, what numbers you more consistently hit, then you could definitely bet on that. And so that's in my opinion, that's the best you can do at dice control. You can figure out, if you do the exact same things all the time, that you get a different group of numbers that's a little off the normal bell curve, and you bet on that. And that's what it is, in my opinion. So one of the things Five said to me in an email the other day is, to him, yeah, if you can't do it all the time, don't even worry about it. And that's what Fives was saying. He said, man, the few people that can even do it, he said, they put so much time and effort into it. Is it even worth it? I don't know that it is worth it. And in fact, honestly, guys, I don't think it is. I don't think it is worth it to be a traditional dice setter. I like where you're actually trying to defeat the 7 is the rhetoric behind it, because you're putting a lot of time and effort into something, and you're going to be putting a lot of faith in your results in a controlled setting, and you're going to go to a non-controlled setting and try to redo those results. So in dice control, from a traditional sense, when you're just trying to defeat the 7 or whatever, you're trying to roll more inside numbers, guys, I really don't think it's almost, in my opinion, it's not a waste of time, but it should be way down the list. It does give people a false sense of security. I totally agree. It should be way down the list, in my opinion. Now, if you're just going to try to avoid the 4 or the 10, that makes more sense. And the reason being is because you can get good enough to keep 1 dice on axis. If you can get good enough to keep 1 dice on axis, it makes it hard to roll that 4 or 10. So if you put the money on a 10, and you can consistently keep 1s, 2s, and 3s popping up on the dice, you'll never roll the 10. And so if you are going to practice dice control, in my opinion, guys, you should pick a specific number and try to avoid that specific number that's not the 7. And then play from there. Whether it's the 8, you might like dodging the 8. You might be really good at it. I don't know. But I would choose the 4 or 10, in my opinion, because they're the easiest ones. But that's what I think. I think if you're going to try it, you should try to dodge the easiest number on the board to dodge, the 4 or the 10, and not the 7. You're fighting the hardest number on the board. Anyways, guys, I got to go get my kid. Thank you guys for watching, practicing with me, and having fun. And you guys have a great day.